Welcome to our never adventures, where we roam and explore. A family of treasure hunters seeking more and more. With magnets we fish for trash and treasures deep below. Metal detecting in the fields where secrets grow. Cleaning up our world, one place at a time. Making a difference, one step at a time. Together we're stronger, a family of might. Protecting our planet with all of our might. We're cleaning up our world, one place at a time. Making a difference, one step.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. We truly appreciate you all coming in here and visiting with us. Hello, Miss T, Jericho. Hello, Tom. Hello, John. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Risha is attempting to pan and sluice some pay dirt we got from Jericho. I want to thank you again for that. What do you say? It's been
3 years.
3 years that we had that,
Yeah.
but we haven't even
A lot of practice.
attempted to do any panning until 2 or 3 weeks
Recently,
ago.
yeah.
So we're learning. Hi, Marvin. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Risha said she's embarrassed. I said, we're learning. There's a lot we don't know. Hi, Ken. We've got a lot to learn about panning gold. And it's just another thing we can do when we're out on an adventure. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for coming in. I know we are planning to go to Wisconsin this year at some point, and I know there's places in Wisconsin that's got gold. So we are going to bring our gold pans with us.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we have, hi, Brian. We're hoping to have a sluice or two before we go to Wisconsin. I was watching GP's live the other day, and I think he said he had 11 or 12 buckets he run through the sluice and then took what he gets out of the sluice, puts in another bucket, and that's what they bring home to pan. And he was finding all kinds of shiny. So they're going to take us at some point. We'll get a little more experience with them. And I know some of it's going to be just learn as we go, a type thing. As long as we got people helping instruct us, the rest is up to us, just learning that little skill of working that pan and that little tiny sluice that she's got. We love that little thing. We're going to try to get a bigger one for the home in the house, and then we want to get even a bigger one for the creeks. Yeah, Jericho is going to be moving back home pretty soon. So he's going to be closer to all of us. I think he said he'll be about 4.5 hours away from us.
Cool.
So that's not that far.
No.
But what I was thinking today, what we're hoping to do this year, our plans are, in March, we're going to the Show Me Pro-Am treasure hunt, and I think that's going to be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
The only hunts we've ever been on was Brian Tri-Valley's, which he puts on
It's fantastic.
yeah, and he puts on an incredible treasure hunt. This one is going to be seeded and natural. So not only do you have a chance to find seeded items, and if I read the thing right, there's going to be over $10,000 worth of silver in this thing. I guess I need to move this over since I'm leaning a little bit on my armrest, but I think they're going to be $10,000 plus worth of silver hidden. Hi, Dave. Plus they're putting out some silverware items. Plus there's natural silverware items. There's been a blacksmith shop, churches, schools, houses. There was a Civil War skirmish on part of this property. So there's no telling. Risha's trying to.
There's a lot in there, but I don't know how to get it out.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out how to get that out. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
But we're doing that in March. I know we're going to get with Kat and Jody, Arky Treasure Hogs, and we're going to go down into Arkansas, excuse me, at some point. And we're going to go to the, what's those things called?
Where they crystals? Look for
Crystals.
Crystal mining.
Crystal mining. Go down there for a weekend to do some crystal mining. We're going to go at some point with GP and Mama Bird for a weekend to do some gold panning. And then we're going to go to Wisconsin at some point this year and spend a little bit of time. And we're going to magnet fish, metal detect, gold pan. And I'm taking my fishing rods, and I'm hoping to at least one day fish.
Yeah, I want to fish this time.
Risha wants to fish this time, so we're going to do that one day. I don't know. I think you can get a 1-day license. I don't know if you can get a 3-day. We're going to get us some bait and have
Maybe
some
I can
fun.
Punk you on the fish.
Punk me on the fish.
Since I can't on the silver.
Hey, that silver find last year in Wisconsin was that was a find of a
That's gonna be
lifetime
hard
for
to
me.
beat. Yeah.
Those of you that haven't seen it, I pulled a Walking Liberty half, a silver quarter, and 3 Mercs out of the same hole. And that's one of those things I've always dreamed about and never honestly expected it would ever happen, but it did. Just a dream come true for me. I also found a picaroon last year, which was on my bucket list, and I found some caltrops, which is on my bucket list. I'm trying to decide things for my bucket list this year. Last year I did, in this last video I just put out, I did finally find my first silver war nickel. It was a 1945. They're, I think, 40% silver. So I did finally find that. And I also, this last year, found a shield nickel. And that was another bucket lister. So I crossed a lot of things off the bucket list last year. I'm hoping I can do that again this year. I want to find a silver dollar. I want to find a real. I want to find a gold coin. The gold coin may be one of those things you could hunt for 200 years and never find. I mean, those are...
And you can, but wait till after I find mine first.
Okay. Hi, 5 Mile. I don't have my phone, so I can't moderate anybody tonight because I got it set up for her over here on the panning. And she's not able to make you a moderator on her phone. So you come back, join us next week, and I'll make you a moderator. But we do appreciate you coming in. Everybody's welcome in here. I've been looking at different things to make. I forget what it's called, but it's a tube you stick in the water and you pull, and it pulls the gravel and stuff up out of the creases in the creeks to get possible gold out. So we're going to try to make one of those or 2. But I want to find a gold coin, which would be nice. Of course, the goal is to find silver if possible, but this little guy's making noise.
Yes.
But this trip in March to the natural and seeded hunt, I am super excited about it. I don't know her because she doesn't like being around a lot of people and kind of freaks her out.
Anxiety.
But yeah, she has anxiety around a lot of people. It doesn't bother me any being around a lot of people or anything like that, but working where I do and I'm around so many people all the time and being in a lead position for several years, you have to get up in front of big groups of people and talk and all that. So that doesn't bother me. She's a homebody, so she don't like to see anybody, even me, I don't think. So especially if I find silver or a ring or something.
There's a piece. I don't know if they can see that one.
Let me put solo layout. Maybe there's
It's
a
a nice one.
big old chunk. No, you still
No.
can't see it.
Let me see if I can lift this up.
Be careful.
Oh,
Can you guys see that? There it is. See that chunk of shiny gold right there? That's awesome.
pretty cool.
And there's lots of different wordings when you're panning for gold. I know there's nuggets and there's pickers, and
Yeah, I don't know all that.
we don't know the terminology for all of that stuff. We're learning. I do have our address running across the bottom. What are you showing there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Ken says nugget.
Yeah. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, go check out Hoodbilly Life if you haven't, and especially if you're over 21. They have a hangout on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Huh?
I just dumped that in the bottom tub. Still in the sluice.
Oh. But we're going to run it, or she's going to run that through the sluice, and then she's going to pan it.
Yeah.
I-717. And we got a lot to learn. Just like any hobby, when you start it, there's a big learning curve to it. We're excited about it. And like GP said, when we're out with them and we're panning and we find that first piece of wild gold,
Yeah.
will be even more exciting. Going to a seeded hunt is exciting.
I still want to go where that road sand is and get some.
Yeah. Well, GP them had a road sand challenge where you went to your local highway department and got a bucket of their sand, and you pan through it to see if you can find some gold, which they were finding some gold in it. And we drove by where there was a truck setting, and there's a big old pile of sand sitting behind it. She's like, let's get some of that. I said, well, that's really not legal. So
Two.
there's two of them. Awesome. Yes, we got this from Jericho, Hoodbilly. He sent this to Risha 3 years ago. But if anybody wants to send us some pay dirt or stickers or anything, there's our address. I'm trying
on
to.
the sticker swaps, but I will.
Yeah, we're behind on mailing.
Yeah.
We'll get it out. We are slow a lot of times, but
There's been a lot going on. My stepdad passed away last Thursday.
yeah, we lost our stepdad. Now there's another
It seems like it's always something.
we got another bit of bad news just before we went live. So if you could keep the family in thoughts and prayers, we would appreciate that. Let's try and read the comments. It's a quarter-gram bag back when gold was much lower. LOL.
Mm.
So when we get through all that, we'll go through it 3 or 4 times because
Oh yeah, I don't throw it away.
No. she
I'll go
goes through it.
again.
Even what we panned, she's went back through, run it through the sluice, repanned it.
Yeah.
I mean, while I'm
You
at
always
work,
find some you miss.
yeah, while I'm at work, she's usually going through pay dirt. Hey, Brian,
Which
Whoop.
Brian?
Tri Valley,
Oh yeah.
your punk buddy.
Hey, punk buddy.
But that's another thing in March of that hunt we're looking forward to, or I'm looking forward to. I know Risha's looking forward to. Brian Tri Valley is going to be there, him and his dad. And Show Me Treasure Chris is going to be there. I mean, there's going to be over 300 people there. Hot Mess Fishing, Alicia's going to be there. We've been wanting to meet Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Unearthed, they're going to be there. So there's going to be a lot of people. I won't remember half of them's names, but
No.
it's going to be awesome to get to meet all those people. Brian, I got another permission the other day. I don't remember if I told you. But it's, the guy said it has been detected, but we know how that goes. We've been to places that people says been detected hard and still find all kinds of stuff. Oh, that's awesome, 5 Mile. You live between Seneca and Joplin? Yeah, we're not that far apart.
No.
It's a small world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got met Show Me Treasure Chris. Hi, Workman. Come to find out, he lives about 20 miles from us, something like that. Hi, Nate. And GP and Mama Bird, they live about 25 miles from us. Wow.
There's another one.
Risha's finding that gold.
Can't get the light right, and I can't get the angle right.
There you go. They can see it.
It's there in there. There's a lot of fine in there, but I'll have to pan that to get it out.
Oh, you're going to be there too? That's awesome.
Who?
5 Miles going to be there.
Cool.
I don't know if you'll recognize me or not. Most people don't.
No,
Mr. Jody Mosby, how are you doing, buddy?
they're hard to spot.
I'm hard to spot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm shy. I don't talk very much.
Yeah.
But we will be sporting our Iron Antler shirts, and if it's cool, we wear an Iron Antler hoodies. So people that know us or have seen us can come up and talk to us. I mean, that's the bad thing I see about this event is it's basically you get there Friday afternoon, you hunt. If you do the night hunt Friday, then Saturday, Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
it's not enough time to get to actually sit around and talk to everybody.
No.
We're going to be staying. Beard likes hugs and slaps on the butt just from you, Brian. You know, Chris, that's awesome. Yeah, Chris is a really good guy. We went and hunted with him once, I guess.
I think.
One time.
And we went to Brian's hunt. And he
And
was there.
yeah, and then at Brian's hunt,
We hunted with him.
we had him up on a live one night and he made some marbles during the live and he's incredible with the marbles.
Mhm.
Baja, don't make me laugh. I'm joking, Beard T. Yep, I'm a hugging person, so's Risha.
Ooh.
I heard a big old thump. Was that a good thump or no? Risha just said ooh and found something. Brian likes my hugs. He tries blowing in my ear, but he's just not quite tall enough. Yeah, he makes some awesome marbles. There you go.
Watch me navigate here.
Watch the gold as it
Wait,
flies
Wait,
by the
I can't
screen.
figure it out. This is awful. Isn't
That's awesome.
that cool? Nice.
You'll have your 5 Mile gear on. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're in here tonight
Yeah.
and be good to meet you up there. And like I said, next week you come in, I'll rent you up. I can't do it because I'm running this other camera tonight.
And your opponent.
Sorry, Risha.
What?
I guess because of me and Brian.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes we get our beards entangled. Hi, Mary. Hi, Bucky.
Oh my goodness.
Well, sometimes it's just in the wind when you're out there swinging them detectors. You never know when your beards are going to get tangled up. It's just chance you take when you go with Brian. Just a
Right.
heads up.
Find you two with your beards entangled. I'm getting lots of pictures.
I don't care. It don't bother me none. Now I forgot what we're going to say. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing, dear? Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I haven't got to be in seeing Jessica's videos in a little while. We've had so much going on here.
I didn't know
For-
she made videos.
Jessica Dumpster Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you know she makes videos because you
Yes.
watched them.
Yes.
Yeah, probably for a year or more. It's been awful hectic around here with
Yeah.
things going on. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome time, Brian. Risha and I are going to stay at the campground. I know there's several people that's going to stay at the campground. Indiana Unearthed. I need to get a hold of him and have him up before that because I know they're planning on being at the campground and maybe doing a cookout or something. So we'll see how that goes. Bucky, brother, I hope you're doing all right. Glad you're in here. One of these days, we're going to have to get back together and get throwing them magnets or metal detector, both.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the last time we magnet fished with Bucky. Risha had hooked something big. Hi, Prairie. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, that's when he came down here.
Hi, Bear. Yeah, that's when he came down here. I can't mod you up tonight, Prairie, because my phone is over there on the little sluice. The weather sounds like it could be iffy. Supposed to be a system coming in at the end of March.
Yeah.
But we've got our frog togs.
Yeah.
We've got our rain gear. Rain or
Waterproof.
shine, we're going to be out there swinging the detector.
Waterproof boots.
But when Bucky come last time we magnet fished with him, he come down here and Risha put him to work. She had hooked something a time before we got there, and I got it up to the edge of the water, and I thought it was a big old, like one of those scales they used to use in the feed stores, what I thought it was. And her magnet was wedged under it. And I thought, man, we're going to lose some magnet because there's no way I can lift this up by myself. And she couldn't, the two of us couldn't do it. So I ended up wrapping her magnet around a little pylon thing. And I yanked my magnet, popped loose. And luckily it turned just right and flipped her magnet off. And Bucky's like, I'll get that out there for you by myself.
Yeah.
So just as he's getting out of his car, she's like, I got it. I said, Bucky. Well, I was going to say me, Bucky, and Show Me Chris got it out of the water. Oh, he went magnet fishing with us that day. Show Me Chris did.
Yeah. That's right.
So they had magnets on it. I had the claw on it, and we're lifting it up. They're lifting it up. We get so far, and I'm like pulling as hard as I can pull with that claw, and I'm not budging it. And their arms are still going up. I'm like, what in the heck? I look over, and my claw had come loose, and I'd hooked to the bottom of the bridge. No wonder I was about to flip the bridge over. I was pulling so hard. But we got it out, and it was an old, like 1930s fortune-telling scale where you put the coin, the penny, in the slot on your month you were born, and it'll tell your fortune. Hi, Annie. And it was a really cool find. Sadly, when we got it home, and after it had been out of water for a little while, big giant bubbles popped up on it, and it just started falling apart. which I was hoping we could try to restore it, but we had almost every piece of it too.
I still want the top of it off of there, though.
Yeah, she still wants the top off of it.
It's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it was an incredible find, Bucky. And that little stinker, last time me and her magnet fished that bridge, we're on one side of the bridge, finding a little bit.
I didn't do nothing.
On the side where she found that at, Bucky, she's like, I'm going to go over here and get something heavy. She no more walked across there. I got something heavy. What was it? I can't remember.
Newspaper machine.
Oh, yeah, a newspaper machine. So I fought that newspaper machine down that bridge. That bridge has got to be at least 100 yards long or more, maybe 120 yards. And she was about halfway, and it's about chest high. There's a little lip, and it makes it about chest high. So my arms were raw from rubbing it and taking that thing down to the end. And there was a man and a woman on a bicycle come by, and he's like, you need some help? I said, well, if you want to help, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's heavy. Okay, I'll help you. So he was going to hold the magnet while I got another magnet on it. And I give him the magnet. I thought he was going to go flying over in the water. He's like, my God, that's heavy. Yeah, it's a pretty good place, Bucky. We went there a month or so ago, and I just drug along the edge a little bit because it was covered with fishermen, and I didn't want to interrupt them, and I was fishing a little bit too.
Biggest one yet.
Hi, Robert and Melissa. She said she found another big nugget. Oop, you'll get there after a while. There you go. A little bit more the other way. There you go. Look at those chunks of gold. Awesome. But one of the fishermen said, you're a lot quieter doing that than everybody else. And I said, well, I'm not throwing it out there making noise. I know you guys are trying to fish. And I said, I know it doesn't disturb the fish because we've had our catfish rods out throwing them magnets and pulling catfish in right and left. I know it doesn't bother them any, but I didn't want to disrupt the people. Sometimes people can get angry. We have Bear Magnetics. Hello, Bear Magnetics. And we also have Bear Prospecting.
Hey, Bear and Bear.
Risha's over here going through a bag of pay dirt that we got from Jericho. She got from Jericho. I don't seem to get people to send me pay dirt. She just gives a little smile and I'm like, we'll send you one. Drum Detect, hello. No, what's his name? I don't forgot. That you got two
Megadog.
from. Megadog.
One he gave me.
Huh?
One of them I won.
Yeah, she won a bag from Megadog and he sent her one, but I've noticed something about Megadog. If he's in a chat and he's giving away pay dirt bags, it's only to women.
Well, would you? Wouldn't you? That's just what you've noticed anyway.
You're welcome, Annie. I'm glad you're in here. We appreciate each and every one of you in here tonight. But I don't think I finished telling Brian I got a permission at I'm going to guess it's 1880s funeral home. And there's an 1870s, 1880s, could be 1860s.
The house is old.
Yeah, the house is really old. It could be even 1850s. I know it's mid 1800s to upper 1800s. What do you call them houses?
Victorian.
Victorian. A big, giant 2-story Victorian. And when I got the permission, hi, Alaskan Assassin. Thanks for coming in. When I got the permission for the funeral home, I asked them about that property, and they said, yeah, you can detect that one too. Awesome. And it had been raining and it was real muddy. And I said, well, come back when it's not muddy. We were hoping to go back the next day, but we got about 8 inches of snow and that ended that.
Now I gotta wait for it to dry out.
Yeah, it's got to dry up some.
Hopefully Saturday. Are there ball games Saturday?
Thank you, 5 Mile. There is a ball game this Saturday.
There is, okay.
Beard Light's last basketball game is this Friday or this Saturday. I don't know what time. Monday, we haven't made it Monday Digs for quite some time because he's been playing basketball on Monday and Saturday.
Mhm.
And he went and played Saturday night. They ended up losing. They had the opportunity to win, but they just kept missing shots. Now, these are kindergarten boys. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that, brother. These are little kindergartners, 5 and 6 years old, and I think there is one that's 7 that's in the first grade. The rest of them are kindergartners playing first graders.
We got another one.
Awesome. Hey, Beard, this Saturday night on our live, wait till you see what I found yesterday. And boy, did I get a look.
Oh.
I know that look. I think it was video before last I put out. I made sure I got the look.
Yeah.
And if Beard Light hadn't have been there, I would have got, well, I got the words after he left, but
Yeah.
while he was there, she had to be nice.
Yeah.
But I think they end up losing by 4 points. And then they had to play a second game, and the team that that hadn't lost a game had to score 20 against the team they just played. And they had to not score any points in their next game to be in third place. But in this tournament, if not, they would get second place. So while they're waiting to play the second game, there's a third grade girls team that their team they were going to play. I was called a punk.
Oh,
I know that, Robert. I get called that a lot.
if the shoe fits.
Was I being a punk again, Angie? You can say that, I guess.
Got another one.
Got another one.
See that big flat one?
That's looking better all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, me and her went to our permission. Brittany and Beard Light come to see us for a little bit. I found something and I had him show it to her. And the look I got, she would have killed me with that look if possible.
Daggers.
Yes. But after he left, I got my ear full. She's polite on camera when I find something really cool, but when I turn the camera, one of these days I'm going to make her think it's off and I'm going to record her. She calls me a punk. She calls me a, what is it that Rob calls people?
Slob.
Slob.
I
She
said I
calls.
only said that once though.
No, you call me a slob more than
I have?
once.
Oh.
Yes, yes. You're getting that punk slob in there quite a bit
Oh,
here
okay.
lately. And then she has her off-camera things that she
Yep.
not so politely
They're
calls
not
me.
approved.
They're not approved for
They're not.
YouTube.
They're not kid proof words.
So they played those girls a half a game, and here these little kindergartners are playing third grade girls, and the score ended up 5-3.
Yeah.
So they did pretty good against the
They
girls.
did. Oh wow. Oh,
Uh-oh. I see that one from here.
Can you?
Yeah. That's a big one.
Whoop.
Don't lose it.
I got him.
I can see it shining in the sand. So they played their last game, and I don't even remember the score now. It was like 14 or 16-4.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll get there after a while. That's a nice one.
Pretty cool. Thank you, Jericho.
So they ended up in second place in that tournament, and they go play another one in another town, and they have kids refereeing that one. And 2 weeks ago, there was about a fist fight, people getting mad.
Crazy.
In this town we go to, the teams we play will start pushing our boys. And if our boys push back, then the parents want to fight because our kids are unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. And they push a little harder.
We've had the same boy 2 or 3 times playing there have to come out with a bloody face because other kids were hitting him, pushing him, knocking him down, and then they say we're unruly. All the gold should be big pickers. Awesome. That's what they are,
cool.
pickers.
Okay.
It's been a while. I do get. Alaskan Assassins said that they got one of the people in the community sent him a hood builder koozie. That's awesome.
Sweet.
I want to grab me a drink real fast.
I can get it.
You can get it. Well, what about your gold?
I'll leave it for a second, but don't touch it.
Well, I'm going to touch it.
No,
Don't knock nothing over.
don't touch.
We've got to better organize how we do this when we're doing the gold, because we try to do it from the couch. And the first night that I panned gold on here, the table I got the computer setting on, I've got a little stool raising it up because it's little Beard Lights table, so it was not very comfortable trying to do that. I ain't even gonna say it, Brian, or she'll have it in here.
What? Oh, my trophy?
You two are punks, is all I can say. Thank you. I had 2 open ones in the door, love. That's all right. I'll drink that one too. Oh, yeah, Brian. Now she went after it just because of you.
How do you know I went after it?
Because I know you.
No, you don't.
Okay. I don't know you. What do you got? Since I don't know you, what's in your hand? What's that?
Oh. Oh, no, you don't have a face anymore. It's gone.
Yeah. Because I don't know you. So therefore I didn't know what you were doing.
Isn't that pretty? And it's mine.
Good night, Dave. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Next time, Brian, I want mine twice that big.
No.
She don't have that very far away from her most of the time.
No. And
No, Bear, I haven't. The only detecting events we've been to is in Kansas with Tri-Valley Brian.
this sits beside it.
Yeah, they can't
And you
even
put
see
it
it.
on the other arm.
What difference
It's
is
not
it?
supposed to be on that hand. It's supposed to be on that one. This sits beside the trophy to keep him away from it.
Bucky wants to know the temperature of the fever we have for gold.
I can't figure this camera thing out.
I would say her fever is 120, Bucky.
Let me brush your beard.
Yeah, that thing out of here. I'd say her fever's 120.
Yeah.
I haven't got to do it as much as she has. Brian said he's only going to go to 3 this year. I know you keep offering, but while I'm at work, you're going through it. She went through her first 2 bags,
But there's been several times. that
and
you
then
have
she
to
went
admit-
through my bag. She finished it, and now she's going through the one she got from Jericho.
There's been several
Hi, Jason.
that I said, would you like to pan some? And you're like, not right now. And you expect me to just leave it there? I
Yeah,
can't
just leave
do
it
that.
there.
I can't just leave it.
We're hoping to go to more events as I get retired and we get more experience. Because I know just from going to Brian's how fast a lot of those people go. And there's so much I don't understand. Like some of them will have a gold hunt, a silver dollar hunt, a $50 hunt, and they have multiple hunts I don't know how those work. I don't know if you're allowed to find one, if you're allowed to find two or three. I don't know how all that works out. Oh, thank you, Annie. We'd love to, but I doubt we'll be able to make that. Annie invited us to go camping,
Oh,
Southern Ohio, for Treasure Hunters Rally on the river Memorial Day weekend.
oh, yeah. Yeah, we may be going somewhere.
Well, we already made plans with
Yeah.
Dad.
Oh, yes.
About 2 weeks ago, we made plans with my dad.
Yeah.
But we plan on, when I retire, doing more traveling.
Yes.
Angie wants to know
There's another one.
what part of Southern Ohio, Annie?
Yeah, that one too.
May 16th, 17th, and 18th. Prospect event in Ohio.
Wow.
Depends on the club. Some find a token for gold, then you're done. Then I've seen some unlimited. Okay, Brian, I had no idea. It's all new to us. Excuse me, look at all that gold. Hello, Mad Gag, Bucky, Ducky, Honey Bunny.
That must have been Mary.
That's Mary. Flash in Your Pan Ed's invited us out multiple times. For a while, we couldn't go because she watched Beard Light before he got into school and had him 5 days a week,
Yeah.
sometimes 6. And now he's in school. She only has him on Fridays, but I don't know about, well, I guess that's a thing now. It's 4 days a week for school.
Mhm. But I have him after school too.
Yeah, you have him after school sometime.
Oh,
Hi, Georgianne. About 3 hours. Go to flea markets there a lot.
Hmm.
Trying to read the chat. One in Oklahoma, usually in April, got postponed till September. It's a fun one. If y'all are interested, then I go to one in Topeka, which I love. September. Did we have something in September? Oh, I think I got a doctor's appointment in September. When you get old, you get all these doctor's appointments and
yeah.
all that.
It's
Yeah,
so
Brian,
fun.
keep us in mind on that because I'm forgetful.
There's 2 in that one.
2? Awesome. Now that would be fun to go to. But we want to try to travel more and meet more people. Bucky wants to know when the one is in Topeka, Brian. We see a lot of people in chat in here that's in here all the time, and we would like to someday get to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Even if we just met and had a soda pop and visited. It's always great to meet new people. Brian says it's in May. Drives me crazy. We haven't met up yet, Brian.
Oh.
She's found another one. I'm trying to plan out my retirement. I'm shooting for the end of May. There's more. You got quite a bit in
Yeah,
there.
I know. It's awesome. I'm in the zone.
Are you still thinking maybe doing some kind of a natural hunt this fall, Brian? I know you're working a lot of hours. Or you can just tell me where it's at and I can go find the stuff and show you what was there.
Ryan. He'll just throw tokens out.
And he said, love it when my gals find that gold.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is. She, like I said, she's had Jericho's for 3 years and we just put it off. And then she got a Mega Dog bag. He sent her, then she won one. Then I won one from GP. And I'm like, we've got to learn how to do this.
Well, once you made the initial jump, I thought, well, maybe it doesn't look so hard. I can try it.
That's a pocket sluice.
From DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Yeah, DreamWorks pocket sluice.
They're $12.95 plus shipping.
They're really cool. Smarting off won't win you points. When did I smart off? T. Me? Being a wise guy? That's never.
Smart aleck.
Awesome, Angie. She's heading back to West Virginia tomorrow. Be careful. I don't know what the roads are like.
They actually call it a keychain high banker sluice. It's $12.95.
And they send you 2 more of those little.
No,
Oh,
I bought those.
so you bought 2 little
Yeah, the little
mats that go in there.
the
They're
little
actually
ring
go on your
mats.
keychain. You need to go on the. Yeah, those go on your keychain.
That's exactly what's in it too.
Yeah.
They just send you whatever colors they grab.
You need to go on the live and screenshot.
Share the link, you mean?
No.
What? Oh, okay.
Night, Jason. Thanks for coming in. But I would like to have one of those a little bit bigger, maybe one up about 2 foot. I could put on the kayak because sometimes whenever we get to kayak, we go around a bend and there's like some gravel, a little bit of sand, and
Where'd it go? There it is.
that's still up there.
Okay, Annie. Thank you. Good night, 603.
T said, yeah, isn't that kind of like saying I'm bashful and not very friendly? I talk to everybody.
What is that ad that popped up on mine?
All right, Jericho. Thank you, buddy.
Let me see.
He sent me, I think, a
Oh, cool.
thing on Instagram, or you,
Okay.
one of us.
Awesome.
Georgianne said, get the dream, then get the dream mat. It's a little bigger.
Yeah.
And just so we're clear, we're not affiliated with this in no way whatsoever.
No,
We would
I
like to
just-
be, but we're not.
I just love it.
But
I tried to win one on GP Live
Yeah.
and Mama Bird's Live, and I couldn't win one, so I was like, I want to find that. I want one so bad.
She also seen somewhere that if you, I'll try to get this right. She can correct me because she told me.
Wow.
I see that big old chunk from over here.
Ooh.
If you send a picture of that, you get 5% off.
Oh yeah.
And if you send a little video clip when you order it, you get 10%
Yeah.
off your purchase.
Yeah, that's right.
So probably
You're
after the
next
live,
purchase.
I'm going to take a little video of her doing that so we can get some money. Oh, Jericho says he has a discount code and he's a licensed Dream Mat dealer.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. Awesome. So yeah, check out Hoodbilly Life if you're
Share his
interested in
code.
that and use his code.
Share your code out, Jericho.
Mary said, huh?
Brian. He has a bag of tokens beside his bed he talks to before going to sleep.
I don't just
Wicked.
talk. I don't just talk to him, Brian. I sleep with him. Bear and Annie are a married couple. I did not know that.
Awesome.
Wicked Digger Chris, my brother. Dang, Chris, I'm gonna have to stop by. He was making dinner before, and now he's making cookies.
Oh man. Be a long drive, but we can get there.
Yeah, we were hoping this year to make it up there to see Wicked Digger,
Yeah.
but it's probably not going to happen this year. So we're going to make plans for next year, and hopefully we can get up there and see Chris and Silver Assassin Brian, Josh, Brockton.
You already said Josh.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else.
Well, I will think of it maybe, hopefully.
Is Rachel around there?
I don't think Rachel's around there, but what we initially hope to do is like go up and see Shane and try to make a circle where we can see and meet as many people as possible. That'd be awesome, Chris. I'm going to stow away in your trunk. Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Georgianne said she bought hers through Bass Pro, $84.
Cool.
You know, Georgianne, I found them on Bass Pro website, and we got a Bass Pro about 40 miles, so
The
we went
biggest
up
one.
there. Yeah, we got in Springfield, Missouri. It's the actual home of the original Bass Pro. And we get up there, and they had two sluices, but neither one of those,
No.
or not the one like
The one.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
It showed it on their website that they had it, and we got there and we couldn't find it. And I asked a lady, and she went and talked to the people. No, we don't have that one. We'll take it off your website. Yeah, me and Brockton can reenact our wedding photo.
Yes.
That still aggravates me trying to think of who else is up there. He give Brockton a metal detector.
Oh, Iffy, right? Or is it Iffy? Iffy Signals?
Yeah, it might be Iffy Signals.
Yeah. You gave him his vanquish.
They go through a third party. Okay. We'll check that out because I know I want one. Does that come with a little pump also, Georgianne, or do you have to get a pump
Oh, free shipping too. Cool.
pump separately? Yeah, Iffy Signals. That's who I was trying to think of, Chris. So I knew there was like 4 or 5 of you up in that area, and Nate is probably not that far away. So, wow, you're getting quite a few in there.
Yeah, That's a
Awesome.
good bag right there.
Yeah, Georgianne said it comes with the pump.
Oh, sweet. And she said free shipping too. So that's awesome. Yeah, Wicked said we got quite a few around here.
Yeah, so Nate's 30 minutes away.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what our hope. We were hoping to do it this year. Of course, I was supposed to be retired already, but that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So definitely next year, we're going to try to make that a plan. I'll get with Chris, and he has contacts with everybody else. We can try to figure
I wanted to go dig with Chris and find a button.
yeah, we want to find some buttons. I want to find a real. I want to find a seated dime,
Something.
quarter, half. I don't care. I want to find something seated. But all the buttons that Chris and them find up there.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled with any button.
We appreciate that, Chris. We really do.
Yeah.
I thought about getting a camper shell for the back of the truck. I know we don't want to stay in a camper shell long term, but if it was for a night or two, would be handy. Of course, she thinks it'll make my truck look ugly, but I got a purdy truck.
It'll be all right. We don't have to leave it on there all the time.
No, but once it's on there, I think you'll like it more than you think.
Maybe.
I've got one found that's on a year older truck than mine in the same color. So it would match my truck. He says there's a campground 5 minutes away.
Oh, cool.
But a camper shell would pay for itself after you stayed in it. If you stayed in it 4 nights, it's done paid for itself after trying to pay for a hotel. Then if you got a campground, it's got a shower and all that stuff. Of course, I wouldn't want to stay in it for a week, a night, maybe 2 at the most. Because a hotel, you can get up, walk around, watch TV, and kind of lounge. And so we're definitely planning on coming up that direction. We're also hoping to go in a couple of years to the UK.
First round with the sluice. That's what we
Whoa,
ended up with.
that's quite a bit in
Pretty
there.
Awesome, yeah. And then I'll go through all that again and pan it. I'll be back.
Ken said as you get older, it isn't about looks anymore. Well, I got the tonneau cover on there. Sean, Josh, Nate, Rob, Chris, Mike are all out there. Yeah. But just like in March, when we're going down there, we're going to stay Friday night, Saturday night, and we're just going to sleep in the truck. But if I had a camper, we could either get cots or put a mattress in the back, and it'd be way more comfortable than sleeping in the seats of that truck. I know our next trip to Wisconsin, probably an hour or so from where we're going to magnet fish the first day when we go up there. It's going to be an annual stop every time we go because there's been cannonballs and grape shots found there, and those are both on my bucket list. But there is it's a roadside park area. It's got bathrooms in there. It's got snack machines, soda machines. It's got car parking, and in the back it's got semi parking where you can stay the night. So I told her we could drive up, get up there about 10, 11 at night, sleep in the truck. Yeah, that's where I've been looking, Mary. I found one, a new one like I would like to have. Those things are like $6,000, $7,000. But I found one for $950 or best price or best offer. So I'm thinking I might be able to get it for $600 or $700. And most hotels are going to cost you $150 a night. So it wouldn't take very much till it was paid off. And like I told her, where we go magnet fishing sometimes and fishing and mushroom hunting, if we went up there and decided, hey, let's just stay the night and come back home the next day, we'd have the camper on there. We could go to the campground, hop in the back, sleep that night, get up and go back, and we saved a hotel fee. Meant to send that, not get interrupted by Bella. Yeah. But it would be handy, just like if we went up. I know Shane's about 8 hours, and we could get a hotel up there by Shane and spend the night. Then if we could find a halfway point or a little over halfway point up there by Chris and pull in and spend the night there. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, brother. Just sleep in the camper that night and get up and either get a hotel or stay at the campground. If I had $1,500, Mary, I'd stay up all night looking at it. Did a lot of camping in back of the truck under a topper years ago. But no more of that jazz for my crippled body. I need a real bed and be able to get in and out of bed. Yeah, we used to do that too, T, all the time. Me and my dad. He had a little Toyota pickup with a camper shell, and then he had a 78 Chevy pickup with a camper shell. We'd take them both up there, but always got the Toyota. So when it's time to get up, I had to lift the lid to the camper and let the tailgate down and slide out and then get dressed. You know, you can't, there's no room for that. That's the downside, but it'd be handy just for a night somewhere, maybe 2 at the most. But if you got a campground with a shower and a toilet and all that kind of stuff, you could stay 2 or 3 nights and be fairly comfortable. Yeah, 24-foot camper just need a new truck. Had got totaled, so the camper has been sitting since. Had a snowstorm, knock a telephone pole down onto the.
Did you tell
Cannon.
good night?
Who?
Jericho.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah. He had said he had packing.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh.
Jericho, if you're still in here, good night, brother. That sucks, Chris. We got a 26 footer is what the title says. But when we had it up north one day, I told a guy that, and he told me I was crazy, and he measured it, and it measured 32, but the title says 26. Which it's got a queen bed in it. The couch makes into a bed. The table makes into a bed. It's got a twin and a single bed in the back, and it's got all the stuff you need. But when you go to pulling something that heavy, that far, you spend a lot of money in gas. I heard something. Yeah, that really sucks, Chris. I had my other truck before this one, and I haven't pulled this camper with the new truck, which it's got more power than the old one. But I used to pull it a couple hours up north and leave it. Mary, you coming out to Southern Ohio, lady? I know you want to.
I don't know if they can see down in there.
Oh, yeah. Look at all that gold she's got down in that bottle. You can see it. We had a little setup, so we had the bed elevated and storage underneath. We did so much camping in there that on the road, and then did truck stop showers and occasional campgrounds. It was a riot. Yeah, I'm too old for that anymore, but just a night or two, I'd be okay. Gas guzzler for, I have a 32 footer. Yeah, my old truck, I could go to where we fish and hunt a lot. I could drive around up there and come home and use just a little over a half a tank of gas, which it's about 120 miles up there. If I pulled the camper up there, I used half a tank just getting the camper there. Ken said, look at that gold. Mary said, I'm going to try for May 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Cool.
Chris said, one of these days I'll get a new truck. Until then, we tent camp. Yeah, I had no plans, Chris, of getting a different truck. The one I had is the one and only brand new automobile I've ever owned. And when the guy with no insurance decided to hit us from behind at 50 miles an hour and we were stopped to turn and totaled it,
Yeah.
I had to get a different truck. And with the truck I got only had like 32,000 miles on it when I got it. The old truck I got as high, and it's a 4-door, half-ton 4-wheel drive. The one that got totaled was the same. And on the old truck, I got as high as 25 miles to the gallon, but generally I'd get around 23 on a long trip. And this truck, when we took it to Wisconsin last year, we averaged close to 23 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good for a 4-door, half-ton 4-wheel drive. Trying to get Bear to do both, LOL. I make Bear tarp tents sometimes. Yeah. We used to sometimes that place, we would get a couple poles and take a picnic table and we'd lay a tarp on top of the table and down the poles, and we'd climb under there and sleep until it got too cold. Get about 10 on your dually. Annie, if I can get more gold and pay dirt so I can make pay dirt bags and sell them, I'm going to save the money from that to go.
Cool.
Before I bought my truck before this one, I looked at diesels. I looked at this and that. I looked at 3/4 tons. And for me, reality is I pull that camper once a year, maybe twice. And maintenance on a diesel, if something happened, would be so much higher. And the 3/4 ton, I would get less mileage. So I just couldn't see for my personal use going bigger. If you're pulling stuff all the time, most definitely. Did the world's largest yard sale. We've never done that world's largest yard sale before, but we have, what is it, the 100-mile or 200-mile?
100 miles.
The 100-mile that goes by here. Yeah, it works pretty good, Annie. Is you just put a couple poles and a tarp, and it'll keep the dew off of you or the rain. But if it starts getting too cold, you have a 7.3 and a 3500 as a daily driver. I love sleeping in the element, cozy and cool moonroof. Yeah, had even thought about getting a Suburban at one time and just fixing the back of it with a bed in it. You can haul whatever you want. And you could sleep in it. You may haul a lot more stuff than I do. I like the looks of some of them, but just for me, for no more than I haul, I couldn't see losing that much gas mileage.
As long as you're gonna land it on your flashlight.
I don't know.
I won't get it wet. That stuff's dry.
Oh, she's going to try my little magnet on some.
Black.
Hello, headed to the creek. I back up under the easy up tent and truck in one. Awesome. $80K miles
Oh,
last year.
good.
At 8 miles an hour.
Whoa. Oh,
Hooking up all that magnetic black sand out of there.
yeah.
That's the bottom of my little flashlight, and that's all that magnetic black sand. That's really cool.
Now if I can get it off.
Yeah, sleeping under the stars is awesome. I used to do tents too, and there's, as you get older, you get a little more grumpy, or I do, because I've slept in tents hundreds of times, and when you're out camping, you're there for a week, and you have 3 days of nothing but solid rain. That tent gets old, and it starts getting wet inside, and that's why I got the camper. 2 degrees high banker, gold cube camper or trailer with all of our other gear during the season. Oh, 8 miles per gallon. I thought it was miles per hour. Yeah. You just got to put earplugs in from the all night rave stage. Yeah. Kayaking down the river and sandbar and gravel bar, hoping in summer ain't nothing like it, y'all. Yeah. Well, we didn't go kayaking at all last year. The year before, I think we went once, but we used to go all the time. And I don't know what's up with me because my balance has got really bad, and I love the kayak, but it feels like I'm going to flip all the time. You camp mostly in Cape Cod, Canal, Bourne Scenic Park Campground. Go striper and flounder fishing there every day. I've been there since I was 5 with my family. That's awesome. We had bought a big tent once, T, and we got those cots that fold out. So when you get out of bed, they're like 1.5 feet off the ground. And they're not too bad. But if you roll around very much, you roll out of them. Hi, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Yeah, we love kayaking too. And some of our water here, just like I've said before, we got a creek maybe a mile from us, right straight down here we can walk to. And in 20 foot of water, you can see all the rocks in the water. It's crystal clear. But it comes out of the ground about 2 miles, 2.5 miles from us. It's where it comes out of the ground. And it goes through Kansas and then into Oklahoma. No, Mara, I haven't. I know I got cataracts, and they say that can do it. My neck is all messed up, and I know that can be part of it. I haven't had my ears checked for it, though. I've told the doctor every time I go, my balance is off, and none of them say or do anything about it. Use army cots. You don't use hammocks. Yeah, I used to have some army cots years ago. Then we bought some of those cots similar to an army cot at Walmart and used those for quite a while. When you have a high air bed, but the last camp out with the kids and grands, we woke up on the ground. Yeah. I miss camping. We used to do it all the time. That was one intention of that big camper, was to take all the grandkids camping, and she's never even been slept in the camper.
No, now it's a bachelor camper. It's deer camper for men, and I'm not staying in it.
You'll do what you're told, lady, just like always.
Yeah. I got some oceanfront property I'll sell you to.
That's when you get, hey, back road. That's when you get bitchy and tell them to do something. I'm going to have to do something. I need to get this cataract surgery, and I'm hoping maybe that'll cure it. But every time I tell them about my neck, they don't ever say anything. They've done MRIs, x-rays, and they claim they don't see anything, but it hurts all the time for a reason. Reese just smacked the crap out of him.
Yeah. He needs it.
We pester each other all the time.
He knows who the boss is.
Yeah, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I do
I let
Have
you
a-
believe that, honey.
pretty big tent with 3 rooms. We used big air mattress, the bottom about 6 inches up, waterproof. During rain, all get the damp feel in them. A little fan helps. Yeah, that's what we had, was a 3-room tent, had the cots. We hadn't used them for a while, and one of the kids wanted to borrow them, and that was into those. Bear is that oceanfront property in Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to get there on the old age. I'll be 63 in May, which I know isn't super old, but with some of my stuff that I've got messed up, it feels that way sometimes. Hi, Grandma Kelly.
Hi, Grandma Kelly.
I hope your finger's healing up.
Yes. Ouch.
Grandma Kelly had stitches in her finger, and then she went to change a tire, I believe, and tore them loose, and then had to have it fixed again. I set my tent up on a flatbed trailer. It's a redneck camper. Heck yeah. Thank you, Grandma Kelly.
Awesome.
5 Mile, are you going to be staying in the campground there, or are you going to be staying in a hotel or something? I remember one time we had torrential downpours, and I was digging moats around the tents. It was before I had kids, the party life. Yeah. When last time I think we stayed in the tent, we were up north in turkey season, and we had dug the trench around the tent, and it rained and rained and rained. I mean, it was raining hard. Thank you, Grandma Kelly. I appreciate that.
Oh.
So we went out and we sat in the truck, hoping it would let up so we could go out. Sat in the truck a couple hours, went back to campground, decided we weren't going to go out, opened the tent, and it had rained so hard it had flooded. The sleeping bags was wet. Everything was wet. So we just grabbed it, pulled the stakes out of the ground, pulled the poles out, wadded it up, threw it in the bed of the truck, and drove 2 hours home.
Yeah, you're still soaking wet.
Yeah, we were still soaked, but everything was so wet and heavy, it didn't even blow out of the back of the truck. We didn't tie it down, nothing. Had a spring crop up under your tent.
This is hard to do with these new contacts. Mhm.
That's awesome. They're staying in Poplar Bluff.
Oh.
His wife has Hilton honors, so they're getting $40 rooms. That's
heck
awesome.
yeah.
I would too if I could do that. But we're hoping to go to Wisconsin for 2 weeks, so we're trying to save money for that because 2 weeks hotel fee isn't cheap.
No.
So that's why we're just going to stay in the campground. I think it was like $56 for 2 nights, and we're just going to sleep in the truck, take some
Yep.
bologna and maybe some hot dogs and drinks and
Coming.
yeah. Yeah, we just wadded it up, threw it in there. If it blew out, it blew out. If it didn't, it didn't. We didn't care at that point.
Can't tell if that's, I think that's one, but kind of looks like a rock tube, so I gotta check it.
Me and a buddy went up there one time in his S10, and we had also got to the point where we'd throw a tarp over the bed of the truck and just crawl underneath that tarp and sleep in the bed of the truck. Well, it got really cold that night, and we didn't realize you wake up with ice water dripping in your ear. The condensation from us breathing up towards that tarp, this water just kept dripping down on us. We like to froze to death. If you're asking what state we're in Missouri. Huh?
Found that much in that dust over here with
Wow.
the black sand and stuff that I had sluiced and
She took the little magnet and got the black sand out, and that was what she found in that. Yeah, I bet it did. I've never been struck by lightning, but my dad, as a younger fellow, hi Jay, he's been struck by lightning twice. So if it lightnings, he's out. He don't want no part of it.
I would never want to know what that feels like.
No. I think one time he was crawling across a fence and it hit down the fence and run down the line and got him.
Mm.
And I forget how it happened the other time.
Yeah.
Buenas noches, Talca.
Oh yeah, that's quite a bit more, man.
Oh, she's over here spying more gold.
Rocks out.
When she gets started on something, she becomes completely obsessed.
Yes. Yes, I do.
So she gets to the point now we're going to have to find out what she is most obsessed about. Because she didn't want no part of magnet fishing whatsoever. And then I got a 360 magnet. Well, if you get me one of those, I'll try it. So she fell in love with magnet fishing. Then we got to Texas. She fell in love with it. Now she's in love with panning gold. So
It's fun.
she goes 100 miles an hour on things she gets obsessed with. Paid my share of camping dues and then some time to be spoiled, enjoy life, and not be uncomfortable. I've spent many nights, and I wish I was young enough to still do it. Me and a buddy would go down the creek and we would wade up the creek. Usually we would take an inner tube and had a board on it where we had like some drinks and stuff, hot dogs, wade up the creek to a gravel bar. And when it come nighttime, we would just lay on the gravel bar and sleep. Wicked said, I'm the same way. ADHD, hyper focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be worse, Mary, but yeah, she gets on something. She becomes pretty obsessed with it. She either likes it or she either don't like it or she goes nuts over it. And when we first started panning, she didn't know if she'd like it, and then she become obsessed. The word is focus, Beard, and it's good to have many fun things to do.
Mhm.
I know, Grandma Kelly. But we're hoping soon to go with GP and Mama Bird so we can get us a bucket or two of dirt so we have more that we can go through. And my dad is going to take us to a spot where hi, Greenwood. There's supposed to be gold at this spot, and he said there's not enough gold, or was the story is there's not enough there for like a company to come in and dig to get it out of there. There's not enough money for them or enough gold for them to make money, but there's still gold there. If there's enough gold there to get a bucket of dirt and find some in a pan, that's all we care about.
Yeah.
But we've been on here almost an hour and a half. She don't even know it's been 5 minutes because
I'm in the zone.
she's in the
When I get in
zone.
the zone, I'm gone. Look at all that. You see that? Am I angling it right? No.
Yeah, I can see it. See all that gold in the pan?
Shadow.
Gravel bars are coon magnets. Yeah. We never had no problem with anything bothering us. Most of the time when we got tired, we'd put a bait on and throw out and go to sleep holding on to your rod and reel. And if a catfish jerked, it'd wake you up and you'd reel it in and rebait up and go back to sleep. I've never been gold prospecting, but I love gem and mineral hunting here. Maine is the
Ooh.
best.
I bet. That'd be fun too.
Well, probably I'm just assuming, but I've got a good feeling from now on when we go places, we're going to have magnets, metal detectors, and gold pans.
Mm-hmm.
Reach when you get out of the zone, smack him. And I give you one guess who that was.
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah. I got you, Mary.
Annie said, "Nice job, Miss Santler."
Thank you. When I was watching Mama Bird the other day with that Miller table, I was just thinking, oh man, I could do that for hours. Just brushing that sand away.
I know
from
you
the
could.
gold.
I don't know how you have the patience for that.
I don't know. Tedious things I love. I just absolutely
Yeah. The
love
more tedious, the more she loves it.
Yeah. I've always been one to like to sort things and all that stuff. I'm weird.
Yeah, I've done that too. I got a Maine. I go to Maine for black tourmaline and garnets.
Oh, wow.
One of these days I'll go over to Herkimer, New York, to the Herkimer diamond mines.
Cool.
I've heard of Herkimer before, but I didn't really know that was a real place. Okay, Jody said something that I missed.
Hey, Jody.
Yeah, they've got diamonds and all kind and crystals and all kinds of
I
stuff.
think so.
That's what I was saying earlier in the live. I think before Jody come in that. Well, you love Beard, so is he tedious? Grandma Kelly's asking.
He can be very much. That, you know, as far as punks go.
You're the punk. You and Tri Valley Brian are the punks. And he says it's so relaxing.
It is.
But yeah, Jody, I told Jody the other day, he stopped by here on his way back home and to let us know when would be a good time for me and Risha to try to come down and go to the gym mines with him and Kat. She's trying to arrange it so she can show you something. Yeah.
Hush. Hush your mouth.
She's trying to show you the yellow gold. So she got a yellow lid
Hush.
to show you.
I'll smack you again. Brad.
I don't guess so, Jody.
See if this will work.
I've heard Brian talk about those hunts.
A couple of pieces of black sand in there, I think.
Yeah, there's some more she got out of the black sand, I guess. Chris said, awesome, T. Send me your address. Good night, Annie. I think we're going to get off
Good
here.
night. Thank you. I'll email you.
Hi, Ken. Practical Ken. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Ken.
We've been on here a little over an hour and a half watching Risha find gold. I don't know what we'll be up to next week, but I'm sure we'll have something to get into.
No, let that dry. And then I'll put it in there.
Night, Jay. Hey, Relic Rat. I want to go through and meet Relic Rat too
Mm-hmm.
when we make our trip. We'll have to plan a 2 or 3 week trip so we can make a big circle and try to
Yeah.
get up through that. No, we haven't been to the only hunt we've been is to Tri Valleys, but we're going to that one in March, and we're wanting to maybe get more involved in some of these hunts because it's exciting to me when you're going out through there and you're picking up silver left and right, but I also like finding relics, and that's what hopefully we find a lot of in March is some relics. But we do want to thank you all for coming and joining us tonight. We truly appreciate it. Love each and every one of you guys. You're awesome. We'll be back up next Wednesday, as far as I know, if nothing happens. Maybe some more plans on places to go. But good night, you guys. Much love. We appreciate you all. See you next week.
Night.